So tell me about the situation when you started working with Synerzip. What was going on here? Why you decided to work with Synerzip?
We recognized that we really needed to change the way we were building products in terms of mobile. While we have terrific talent on the server side, and we had really good mobile experience from a touch client perspective, building native mobile clients was something that was completely different, and we recognized that.
Okay. And how has that worked in your experience so far, 90 days or so into Synerzip experience?
Well, I must say that it's been fantastic so far. I mean, we had a very aggressive schedule. We were, from our perspective, our customers had a lot of demands on us, and we actually put a stake in the ground that we would be back visiting our customers at a certain date with actually a working system in place, and we actually delivered that. So within the first 90 days, we delivered a working alpha product that was targeting our back-end servers, and we were able to demonstrate to our customers that we were progressing and we had a very aggressive development schedule.
So you worked, OT, in your experience with other India or offshore type teams. How has Synerzip been different than others?
Well, I think what's been great has been first of all, the on-site work that's done here locally. So I think having an on-site project manager, having an integrated team that we, and a very agile team, this has been fantastic. I mean, I think, and the classic thing too, as you know, getting the top-down commitment from both organizations, from the top down where it's all well understood, where the expectations are well understood, and the commitment to spend the effort and time to not ignore it, but to actually drive it all the way through. This has made a big difference.
Okay,
big
excellent,
difference.
Excellent. Any observation on how much effort has it been to work with the Synerzip team, in the sense how much direction, day-to-day direction you have to provide to Synerzip team for them to deliver what you expect?
Well, what I can tell you is that I don't work on a day-to-day basis, so that and we're getting the results, so that must be really good, because so it means that means that the delegation that is happening on both the Synerzip side as well as the Zimbra side, and the coordination that's happening at the product management and the sprint and the scrum side is obviously happening in a very fluid fashion and a very perfect fashion. So from my perspective, we have our regular 2-week sprints, we get the demos, we see the results, everything's working exactly as we planned.
Excellent. Any high-level observations on the Agile process? You guys had a certain version of Agile you follow within the company.
Yeah.
You work with Synerzip. Any experience in how that Agile feels with Synerzip?
Does it feel more agile than agile, or less agile than agile? No,
right.
Actually, it feels the way it should feel, which is the user stories are defined in advance. The backlog is groomed in advance. We work together at figuring out exactly what we're going to build in which time frame. It's very, it is agile, and it is working pretty much textbook the way you'd want Agile to work. We're getting the results. We get a working demo every 2 weeks. It is a working product. I wouldn't even say demo. It's a working product. And we already know what we're going to be building. We know what the backlog looks like. We're running two sets of development. We're running an iOS as well as an Android. The Android's slightly ahead of iOS, but it works brilliantly. I mean, we're really pleased.
Excellent. Great to hear that. As a final question, can you relay back some of the things you were sharing, your end customer feedback on the experience?
Yeah, the reason why we do this, the reason why Synerzip does this, and the reason why Zimbra does this, ultimately is to delight customers. And we absolutely delighted customers. There were situations where we were able to intercept some deals that actually we weren't even aware of, that customers were a little impatient and were thinking about progressing down their own path of building their own, and by actually going there and demonstrating the results of what we were building, we were able to intercept those opportunities. And so ultimately, delighting the customers, driving the business and driving the value is what we're all about. And frankly, this relationship with Synerzip and the work that we've been doing to date has allowed us to do that. So it's been terrific.
Great. Thank you for the feedback.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.